really excited. I love Friday mornings because my cleaner comes. I can't manage, I can manage a few bits and pieces. I can manage things like wiping down worktops and stuff, but I struggle with anything that involves blending down. So cleaning out the fridge, I can't vac, and I can't change my bed. So I need somebody to come and help me. These are all things that are as a result of having long COVID. So I really love Fridays. So give it, by lunchtime, my house will be sparklingly clean, which is lovely. Then I've got, what else have I got to do today? I've got to get my homework done for my coursework, for my course. Fridays is usually my day to do that. And I've got a box of books to take to Emmaus. So I might take you on a trip to Emmaus. See you later. Ooh, made it just in time. Got the box of books and delivered them just before they stopped taking donations at 1 o'clock. It's a beautiful day, really windy. I'm going to go and have a little look inside. About 20 minutes, I think. Maybe that 50 minutes. And I've got a few bits and pieces, which I would say maybe one I naturally needed. The others were just nice. So I've got a lampshade for my son's bedroom. Which is that. Oops, I've just bashed it. I think that should be nice. Hopefully they'll like that. I've got a pair of bleached jeans. Oops. Should have got these out first, shouldn't I? Which are these? They're quite old-fashioned ones. They're quite wide legs, so I shall probably take them in a little bit. And I've got a really nice tin, which is that one, which has all sorts of interesting places to visit in the UK on it, which I rather liked. I find tins really useful. They're really great for keeping things like buttons and ribbons and stuff in. And then the last thing I got, which I ummed and ahed over, I really wasn't sure whether to get it or not, and then took the plunge, is this dress, which I will need to show you properly. It's obviously, as you can see, it's a sari type dress, well, our shalwar kameez, I think. And the colours, aren't they just beautiful? Well, I love colours like this. This green, this blue, this pink. They're really my colours. But I don't know if wearing it would be considered
cultural appropriation. I'm not sure. So I don't know. I thought I'll take it home, I'll wash it, I'll iron it, and maybe I might wear it around the house or something. See what I think. But I just absolutely fell in love with it. I love sari fabric and stuff. I got a huge piece of sari fabric a few years ago, and I made a skirt and a dress from it, and I wear them such a lot. In fact, the skirt now I've worn so much that the material is actually falling apart a bit. So yeah, anyway, and my entire haul was a £5, so I'm very happy with that. I think it's time I went home now, and I really can't put it off any longer. I need to go and tackle my coursework, get that done and out the way before the weekend. See you later.
I'm doing my homework. It's really difficult. I don't get it. The temptation just to stop now and think, oh, I'll go back to it later. It's really high. Lily's just come to sit next to me, haven't you? You coming to sit next to me, Lily? So I keep procrastinating. I've just been and washed my hands, and I'm tempted to make another cup of tea, but I really need to just get on with it. I think I'm going to have to do it in 2 sittings anyway, because I'm not going to have the brain power to do it all in one go. Oof. Why do I put myself through this? It's mad, isn't it? It's like nobody's making me do it. It's not like being at school anymore. I've chosen to do this. Ugh. Right, talk to you later. I'll go and get on for a bit more.
Hi guys. I'm fed up. I did my homework. No, I didn't do my homework. That's part of the reason why I'm fed up. I managed half of it, and then I had to stop because my brain was hurting. So I've still got half of it to do. I mean, at least I've made a start. That's something, I suppose. But I am really, really tired. I'm so tired that I just feel like I could fall asleep. And it's only, it's exactly 7 o'clock. And I think the reason why I'm so tired is because I did all that painting yesterday, and I think it really took it out of me. And then also my cleaner came this morning, like I said, and one of the things she did was clean out my kitchen bin because it was horrible. And when she'd done it and she'd gone, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I think I'm just going to give it another once over, see if I can get a bit more of that dirt out. And I did. I got loads more out. That's fine. I mean, she's a really good cleaner, and I really love her. You know, she's absolutely brilliant. But just sometimes, you know, you think I could spend an extra 10 minutes on it and make it really, really good. Whereas if with when she comes to clean for me, I'd rather she spent the extra 10 minutes doing something else. So it's not criticism of my cleaner at all. But consequently, I spent that 10 minutes leaning over to clean my bin. And I think I mentioned before that leaning over, bending down, I have real problems with since I had COVID and since I developed long COVID. And I think it's just to do with breathing and breathlessness and stuff. I couldn't breathe properly for about 8 or 10 months after I had COVID. I was so breathless I couldn't hold a conversation. So I think it's just a sort of a hangover from that, really. It's like a bit of a symptom that's left. So I cleaned the bin today, and I did the painting yesterday, and I think that was too much. And it is really, really frustrating because I just want to be well. And I find it really hard to accept that I'm still not well, particularly as come March this next year, I will have been sick for 3 years with long COVID. And sometimes it just feels like, you know, my life is on hold. And that can be quite a difficult thing to get my head around. And I know when I started this channel, this YouTube channel, I said, of my first video, I said, well, I do have long COVID, but it's not going to be about that. But it almost can't not be about that, because it just pervades so much of my life. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck with it, and sometimes it just does really get me down. I've just noticed how wonky wonky the screen is, because I'm looking to see my bed head behind me and how straight that is. Sorry about that. So yeah, so I'm feeling a bit fed up this evening because there's so many things I want to do and I just can't do them. Like I said, it's like just after 7 o'clock and I'm done. I'm done for the day. There's nothing more I can do. I'm too tired to knit. I'm too tired to do my coursework. I'm too tired to wash up or make a meal. So my only option really is to go to bed, and I hope I feel better tomorrow. Anyway, that's just the way it is, isn't it? The other thing that's really annoyed me is the toy that I started making. I realised I've done 2 legs and I've done 1 foot, and I realised that I'm using DK yarn instead of 4-ply, which it says to do in the pattern. And I thought, oh, it'll be fine, you know, it'll work out all right. And then, as of course, I've started doing it, and I realised that all the instructions are things like knit for 9 centimetres, increase here, and then knit for another 7 centimetres. And of course, when you're doing that with a different size yarn and a different size needle, then you're going to end up, the proportions are going to be all wrong. And I did the sole of this foot and I just thought, well, that looks ridiculous. It doesn't look anything like it should do. And I thought, I'm going to have to admit defeat and go and get some 4-ply yarn. So that was annoying. And if it wasn't for the fact that this friend had asked for this very particular pattern, I would just choose a different pattern, but that's not really an option. So that's all most of yesterday's knitting, and most of today's knitting that I've done is now in the bin, as it were. Hey ho, happens like that sometimes, I guess, doesn't it? So yeah, and I was planning to go to park run tomorrow, do park run, but I'm not sure if I've got sufficient energy to do that now. So I might just have to give that a miss. And part of me says, well, I could go and I could just walk it, but I won't enjoy that. Not really on my own, because I'd have to be on my own tomorrow, because my partner's doing a different park run. So yeah, a bit fed up about that really. On the plus side, my son really liked the lampshade, so that's good. I tried on the shower kameez that I got, and it had been sewn up the side and it didn't fit. So I've unpicked the side, because it wraps over at the front. I unpicked it and tried it on again, and I thought, oh well, you know, I could make it fit a bit better. So, but I'm still not convinced. I'm still really not sure about whether I can wear that or not, or whether it be considered cultural appropriation. So I don't know. I might keep it and just do something with it. My mind's going 19 to the dozen, because I keep thinking of all these things that I could make, that I want to do. I want to do some pictures that are collages of material, and then applique on them, and then embroider on them and make them into cushions or pictures. And then I want to do some more pictures as well, where I paint pictures on top of old book pages. I've done a few like that before with sort of trees on, and they look really lovely. I quite like to do a few of those. And then I've got a big picture I want to do to hang up in my hall. I have a sort of a vision of what I want to have. Oh, reminds me. Do you remember those like the programs you used to watch with, is it Sarah Beanie, where people would buy a property and then do it up and then sell it or rent it out or something? Sorry, got an itchy nose. A bit of fluff up it. And you always knew it was going to be a disaster when the person buying the property said, well, I have a vision of how I want it to look. And you think, oh yes, all you just like decorating. You're not interested in making sure the roof doesn't need redoing or servicing the boiler. You know, I feel a bit like that when I say I have a vision. I have a vision of a painting I want to do, but I do. I have an idea in my mind of what I want to do and where I want to put it. So there's that I want to do as well. But you know, I've actually, when I look back over what I have actually managed to achieve over the last nearly 3 years, 2.5 years, let's be fair, I've done quite a lot really, even though I've been at times very ill. So I was going to say I shouldn't moan, but I don't really moan, really. I just sort of sometimes get a bit frustrated. Frustrated is a good word, actually. I can't do what I want to do. But yeah, there we are. So yeah, it was a good day today, really. Till now. Till I ran out of energy to do anything else. But I did enjoy going up to Emmaus. I'm going again tomorrow with my partner. We're going to go and have lunch there. He's doing some clearing out at home as well, so he brings me a box of books over or something, and then I take them during the week to Emmaus. Because usually by the time we go out on an afternoon, it's too late for the donations because you can't donate after 1. So yeah, it's all happening, or not happening. In the case of my lack of energy. So I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pyjamas on and I'm going to watch I shall watch a bit of Obsessive Compulsive Cleaners. Maybe that was why I got obsessed with making sure my bin was all clean. It's going to be my downfall now, isn't it, doing that? Yeah. So yeah, I'll put my pyjamas on, watch a little bit of Obsessive Compulsive Cleaners, I think. And then I shall put my head down for an early night. See you tomorrow. Bye.